All right, I'm just gonna do the housekeeping first. If you guys can both just introduce yourselves and spell your names for me.
Yep, my name is Dustin Brooks, D-U-S-T-I-N, Brooks, B-R-O-K-S.
My name is Justin Brooks. It's J-U-S-T-I-N, B-R-O-O-K-S.
And you guys can just look at me as we talk. A little less awkward that way.
Yeah.
First of all, we need to address the first thing to get rid of the confusion. What do you guys do for a living?
We are bounty hunters, and we go get fugitives off the street. What we do is we have to have a failure to appear warrant before we can even go apprehend anyone. We are not bail bondsmen, by all means.
Explain to me, and either one of you can answer this. We can just have a free-flowing conversation here. Explain to me what happened today and why you guys decided to go down to the Police Operations Center.
All right, I'll take it. I seen on Facebook that there was a rally going on down in downtown at City Hall, and I went ahead and was like, told my brother, hey, we need to go down and protest on our First Amendment, you know, on what we believe what was going on. And as soon as we got down there,
Didn't even
get across the street. We were, we got off the bikes. As soon as we got off the bike, we went over straight to the crowd, and we heard chanting of Black Lives Matter. We then said, you know, all lives matter, and within two or three seconds, we ran up on really fast. And
let me just stop you at that point. So knowing what you know now, I mean, what was your goal when you guys showed up there, and what might be some of the misconceptions? Because I think some people might believe you guys were showing up for a fight.
For a fight, yes. And a lot of people actually on social media thinks that what we went down there was to instigate something. And we only went down there to protest with them, to be able to show them that, hey, all lives matter. And that's that. It's just, and when we got down there, they all thought that we was an instigator. And we wasn't down there to fight or to look like an instigator, but only to tell them or show to the news or whatever that was down there that all lives matter, and not just one life or any, all lives matter. And it just got out of hand, and we only could do, I got assaulted, and when I got assaulted, I drew my weapon for interfering, for my life. And it's just, when you got a lot of people coming up on you like that, you only has a few things in your mind. What's gonna happen next? And when the SWAT came up to us, we ran down to them when they was coming down the street. And nobody else got that really on film. And nobody sees what really happened, only due to what they want to see. And
given what you guys experienced today and what you saw, I mean, you showed up out there with your motorcycles, with badges and your sidearms, and that did create some confusion. Is there anything that you guys would have done differently in how you guys went down there? I mean, I know it's armchair quarterback, but just looking back, is there anything you would have done differently?
Doing differently, maybe, you know, I don't think I would have done anything different because we have our First Amendment right speaking.
And we have our Second Amendment right to be able to carry.
Now, maybe not going up to the crowd as fast
to the cameras, you know.
To the cameras. Yeah, that probably would have stayed back, since, you know, we wasn't with them, you know, in a way, you know, that's what they thought. And
but I still don't think it would have prevented them approaching us.
Yeah.
Because as I got in the middle of the street, I was already attacked by them. So they didn't really care what we had to say.
Yeah.
They already had what they was going to, in their minds, or a few people had already in their minds what they was going to do. But we was not the instigator. We was definitely there to point our view of that all lives matter, and they didn't care what we had to say.
I know this got to be a very scary situation for everybody involved, and as you guys mentioned when we were talking earlier, I mean, there were some young kids that were there protesting and whatnot. One of the things that police told us is a weapon was drawn, at least one. Can you just kind of talk about that decision and what you guys were seeing when you made that decision?
Well, honestly, I didn't go down there, and I know he didn't go down there to draw our weapons.
No.
Period. We was just voicing our opinions, you know, just like every American needs.
Has a right to.
When we pulled our weapon was when the crowd assaulted us. We pulled our weapon to have the crowd back up. As soon as they backed up, we holstered our weapons. And we never had them drawn at all longer after that. I had my hand on my weapon just in case, because I was feared of what could happen next.
They was throwing sodas. They was throwing anything they could at us. And that's assault right there on us. And we, as we get taught in our CCW classes or our things, you've only got a few seconds to decide. We decided to keep our guns holstered, even though we could have it could have been a bad situation, okay? We didn't want it that way. And a lot of people are looking at that, we wanted it that way. And if we did, it would have went a lot differently down there, okay? And the only reason, and you can see in some of the videos that we ran down to the SWAT team. Yeah, they took us down.
And we had our
hands up. And when they took us down, we complied with them. And it just shows that the police are not here for racism or anything like that. They are here for their job only and to do what they have to do to protect their citizens. And that's what we need. But to show that they took us down, to show everybody else that we are here to protect everyone. They was there chanting and getting rage already before we even showed up. And when we showed up, it got out of hand. Now, the police didn't take any of them guys and arrest them, you know, or do anything. They took the people that looked like they was going to harm or what was, and they took us into custody. But they found out the story and what went on, and they went over the video cameras, and that's why they let us go. And what happened? And yes, we did get charged with disorderly conduct. But you know, they have to do what they have to do, and it's their job.
And I'm not upset with the officers. I'm not upset with the PD, how they handled the thing, because technically, sir, that they did their job.
They have to protect.
And if I would have, and he would have probably not applied with them, yes, it would have probably been ugly.
And I don't want to keep you guys too long. I appreciate you guys sharing your story with us and sitting down with us. Again, hoping that cooler heads prevail. We can tell your side of the story, because I know sometimes those things can slip through the cracks.
Yes.
My last question for you guys is just, what happens now? I know obviously you guys, you know, will be taking on some charges here, but also I understand the misconceptions, the things that happen out there in social media, stuff like that. I mean, it can pose real threats to you guys. I mean, what are your concerns and what happens from here?
We've had plenty of death threats, and we'll probably continue with death threats. And you know, we wear our bulletproof vests as a citizen, as our jobs as well. But just the way the economy is nowadays, we have to protect ourselves, and we're gonna have to live one day at a time. You know, we might not be able to get a job in bail enforcement anymore after this. Our career is probably
done,
demolished. You know, a lot of people have already said we needed to move out of Colorado Springs.
That will never be
Are you guys, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I mean, are you guys sorry at all for anything that unfolded today?
I won't.
No.
I'm not sorry for anything, because we have our First Amendment right, brother, freedom of speech.
You know, and civilians and the public need to not be scared of people that are going to
try to hurt us in any way.
We should be able to walk freely among the city, and be able to not feel scared. Law enforcement is not there all over the place like we wish they were. But unfortunately, we do have people that care about the citizens and the public. And unfortunately, as us going down there, it probably don't look good for us to say we support the citizens and we protect the citizens. But again, we only went down there to voice our opinion and to let them know that all lives matter. And we wasn't sitting here saying that their son or whoever got hurt there was not, it was
in the wrong.
In the wrong or whatnot. we was just saying all lives matter. Let's stand together and say all lives matter, because it does. You know, kids, all race, lives matter.
Okay.
I agree with that, brother.
Thank you guys again for sitting down and doing this. I know it takes some courage given everything that you guys have gone through today. So, thank
It's
you.
just, we just want to get out
Thank
there.
you for having us come down here, brother.
And I appreciate to be able to get out on TV that, we wasn't really the instigators, even though that you see on social media videos popping up, you don't see everything that has what happened before a person walked up
Right.
there.
Now
So,
we have an explanation of why you guys were down there in the first place, what your goals were. So thank you.
You're
Again
welcome.
for
Thank
doing
you.
that. All right, guys. I think we're all done unless you got anything else. Okay. Yeah. So you guys just
You
stay
can go
there
through
for a
a-
second.
Yep.
Do you need them to stay there for a second?
Yeah, just for a second.
Okay, so we're just gonna chat about, this is the Hollywood shot. He's just gonna get some separate cutaways as we talk. So how long have you guys been, I guess, in the
Industry.
bail recovery industry, or?
About 3
month,
weeks,
bud.
almost
Wow.
a month.
About
Okay,
a month. So
gosh.
we just literally just got in.
Okay.
We're still learning. But then again, we've been doing citizens patrol
On our own.
On our own. So we've been studying the laws, we've been understanding the laws, and we've been doing citizens patrol. We've been putting people under citizens arrest, and we've been waiting for so we know what we kind of do. Now, we can't say that we've been in the bail recovery agent for all that, because we just went in. But unfortunately,
Got certification just not too
exactly,
long
we
ago.
just got our certification just not too long ago.